Okay, so it looks like I missed number 1, didn't I? So I need to fix this for next year. Okay, here we go. Number 1, can you help me read the step 1? Slater, help me read step 1 for solving quadratic equation using the quadratic formula.
Write the equation in standard form, ax squared plus bx plus c is 0.
Good. Can you help me read number 2, Kenzie?
Identify A, B, and C.
Perfect. Guys, A is always in front of what? X squared, and B is always in front of X, and C is just a constant, okay? Step number, question 3, please. Beautiful. Megan, number 4, please. Beautiful. So we have 2 examples today. Example 1 and 2. Direction says, solve using the quadratic formula. I'm going to ask you to write the answer in exact form and then decimals. So I'll spell it out. Leave answer in exact form. And decimal. And then we're going to round to the nearest tenth today, okay? So, the quadratic formula. What is it? Curious? So, x equals negative b, Yes. Very good. Beautiful. Okay, that is the quadratic formula. We want to, according to your step, is it already in standard form? Yes, it is in a squared minus 7x squared, which is bx plus c, which is 9. And then we want to list out a, b, and c. So, Lena, what are a, b, c, hon?
A is 1, B is negative 7, and C is 9.
Perfect. And we're just going to plug it in. So, x equals negative b. So, what is it now? It's just 7. You're right. Because a negative and a negative are now making a positive. We're going to be making a big radical. We need to put class negative 7 in a quantity. Why is that important? What's the difference between writing negative 7 to the second power and quantity negative 7 to the second power? What happens when you do negative 7 to a second power on the calculator? Can you try that for me without the quantity? What happens? Was that error? No, just without the radical. What do you think? The calculator said it's negative, but is it true? No, because a negative 7 quantity square should be a positive 49. So make sure you have quantity correctly. Minus 4 times a is 1, c is 9, all over 2 times 1. Okay, so we know that negative 7 quantity square is 49. Take away 4 times 9. What is 4 times 9, Ben?
4 times 9, 36.
Good. Okay. All over 2. Diego, 49 take away 36, hon. 13, so square root 13 all over 2. Now look at, yes.
When you had the 4 times 1 and 4 times 9, why didn't you, what happened to the 4 times 1?
4 times 1 is 4.
But why aren't you using it anymore? It's not in the next radical.
It's not in the next radical. What do you mean by that? Would you agree that 4 times 1 is 4, and then 4 times 9 is 36?
Oh, I thought you distributed the 4 4 times 1 and then 4 times 9.
Oh no, it's not an addition between these two. Good question though. There's not an addition between these two. These are just saying 2 times 3 times 5, right? You're just gonna multiply them all.
Okay.
Did I answer that?
Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Okay, square root of 13. Can I simplify that anymore? No. So this is, guess what kind of answer this is? Exact or decimals? Exact. This is the exact answer. But I want you guys to also practice using your calculator just so you know how to find the square root button. X equals, you have 2 equations. One is a plus the square root of 13, and one is a 7 minus square root of 13. Do you know what your square root buttons are? or button is, I should say. Okay, find your square root button. Can you enter that in? And then round it to the nearest tenth. That means just one decimal place. If you don't know where it is, I'm gonna come around and help you guys out in locating your square root button. Okay. All right, so Nathaniel, grab your calculators, enter it in. Give it to me in round it to the nearest tenth. Write the answer to both, y'all. If you don't know where it is, I will come around and help you. Don't box that up. I want it in decimal form. Box up your decimals now. Anybody does not? Yep. Hit enter, because you still need to divide by 2 next. Good. Now divide by 2. Oh, the calculator. Okay. Let me change this. This is another. My other student's supposed to have this. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Anyone else does not know what the radical button is or how like it doesn't work? Yes. Second.
Oh no, I tried to.
Enter the radical. And then after it. Or step. Close it up.
So like, what's the difference?
Enter first. And then add a line. There you go. Do you want to do definitely? I was in it. Yeah, in a little bit, you just do the plus. In a little bit, you want to do 7 lines out of 30. After the line. Oh, yes. You guys okay with getting knows how to use your calculator? Oh, it doesn't give you, okay. Do you put it back to the last in that log? Try to cancel that. 7 plus radical 13 divided by 2, Adam, to the nearest 10. What did you get? Yep. 5.3. Do you guys agree with Adam? Yeah. This is just really to make sure you guys know how to enter things in your calculator, okay? Olivia, how about the second one, hon?
1.7.
Did you enter this in your calculator, Olivia?
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure you know how to use your calculator. Any question on knowing how to use a calculator? If you don't get it, you need to raise your hand. Did everybody get those 2 decimals? No. Okay. Show me how you enter it in. No, that's incorrect. Go ahead and clear that out for me. Good. Do just 7 plus rad 13. Close it up. Hit enter. Now divide by 2. Right. So you want to do the numerator first. Yes. Same thing. You need to just do the numerator. Go ahead and do 7 plus rad 13. Close it up. Enter. Get the answer for the numerator first. Now divide by 2. Guys, I just want you to be mindful of this because would you agree that there is a numerator and then the denominator? So when you use a calculator and you're going to enter in all of it all at once, you need to have a set of quantities around the what? The numerator first. If you choose to not use quantity around the numerator, then just hit enter and then divide by 2 last. Is that clear of how you want to work that out? Okay. All right, next. Is that already in standard form? Yes, right? So good. A is. Brenda's not here. A, Dahlia. What's A, hun? Good. B is Santana. Beautiful. C is Nathaniel. All right. Formula. What is the quadratic formula, Naomi? What is it? Good. So we're just going to enter that in. Negative and a -2. We would write what? +2. Plus or minus
would we need a quantity around our b square? Of course, okay? So make sure we put quantity around b squared. So that's negative 2 squared minus 4 times. A value is 6. C value is negative 1 all over 2 times 6. All right, negative 2 quantity square. Why it's not here? I did not take it doesn't know why. Okay, Chizuki, negative quantity 2 square is? Negative 2 quantity square is? Good. 4 times 6 times negative 1, or I should say negative 4 times 6 times negative 1. Kyler's not here. Negative 4 times 6. That one's not here. Ooh. Mariana. Negative 4 times 6 times negative 1, hon. Negative or positive? Positive. Good. Positive 24. All over 2 times 6. Jake?
12.
Good. 4 plus 24. Brian?
28.
Good. Can I simplify radical 28? Yes. Okay. Earlier 13 was not possible, but this one I can definitely simplify. X equals 2 plus or minus 28 is what times what? Remember, when I say what times what, you want to give me a square number if possible.
7 times 4.
Do you guys agree? Yep. 7 times 4 or 4 times 7, both of them are the same. Can I take a square root of 7? No. Can I take a square root of 4? Yes. What would that be? 2. So 2 can be out front. Divide by 12. Ooh, can I box that up? Call it a day? Take a nap? Eat lots of turkey? What do we do next? Simplify. Can I factor out something on the numerator? What are you going to factor out on the numerator? A 2. What's left if you do factor out 2? 1 plus or minus? That's 7. 12 is, would you agree that I can break that up to 2 times 6? Yes. So 2 and 2 would reduce. Now we have our final exact answer. And box that up. That is the exact answer. Now I would like you to take your calculator and give me decimal answer just so we can practice. 1 plus square root of 7 all over 6 equals. And 1 minus square root of 7 all over 6 equals. If you have a graphing calculator, okay, I would like for you to enter it all at once, except that what would you need if you enter everything all in at once? Parentheses on the numerator. Okay, so, all right, Elena, grab a calculator, enter it all in. I have a class set up here. Go up and borrow one, guys. And you want to do negative and you want to do minus, because 1 minus that's up. We factor out a 2, which is that we'll have the greatest common factor of 2. So yeah, that's in the front. Right? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 got 7 divided by 2 is not too bad. And you check your decimal with your friends right now. Check it.
I didn't get error. Yeah, I'm gonna copy exactly.
Now let's check your answer time with your neighbors. Make sure you guys all have matching
Maggie, did you get the first one, hon? 1 plus root 7 divided by 6?
No, I'm still like trying to figure out.
Okay, figure it out and then. Riley, did you get the first answer, hon, in decimal? What did you get? 0.6. 0.6. Someone confirm that for me? 0, like that, right? Accept, deny, okay. Second answer, Grace, what did you get for 1 minus root 7 divided by 6, hon? Negative 0.27. Someone confirm that for me? Yes, okay. All right, we have one last thing in the bottom for us to fill out. Let me make it fatter and then I'll zoom it back up when you need it, okay? Which method should I use to solve? Because now you can solve by factoring, you can solve by completing the square, you can now solve by using the quadratic formula. So, you saw using factoring. Obviously, it is what? If it is factorable. If it's not factorable, then you can't really factor. So that's when you will be solving by factoring. Now, completing the square is easiest if your A value is 1 and your B value is an even number. Why would the B value be even number would be easiest for us? When you do side work, right, don't you divide it by 2? So when an even number, when you divide by 2 is easier than an odd number? What happens when you take an odd number and divide by 2? Decimals or fractions. So that's why completing the square when B is even is best. Now when both of those don't work, guess what you resort to? That's right, quadratic formula. This quadratic formula would not be made this much, so, but everything up to imaginary. That's an egg roll for today.